DJ, you've had a lot of success at major programs, and you've been in the SEC at Ole Miss last year with Lane. So why Texas A&M was the place for you to be this year?
Yeah, I just feel like this program and Coach Fisher's vision and his proven track record and things he does is, I mean, I think everything lines up here to really be able to do something special. I think, we've acquired great talent, great players. Now getting to meet everyone, I think we have great people is probably most important. And, so very talented team, talented staff, and, this is a good place to be.
We'll stay right here in the front row on the right.
Coach said you still have a pretty good 40 time, by the way. So, do you embrace? It seems like we're seeing it again. Do you embrace the title, the wrecking crew, in terms of this defense, or is that something that has to be earned? What is your approach on that?
Yeah, I mean, those are things I think. Obviously, the fans and people who follow the team, they decide that. Our focus is really about getting better today than we were yesterday, and we're taking it that way. So I love our kids' approach so far. They've done a great job how we're working, and we're nowhere near any sort of titles or anything like that. It's really about just getting better each day.
We'll go third row on the left, Tyler, and then we'll go to Olin.
What's kind of your defensive philosophy that you hope to bring here in your first year at A&M?
Really, to me, the coaching is about being able to build your scheme around your players. So we're multiple, and if you look at where we've been a little different at every stop just based on who the players are. And so, I think you got to play your players' strength. I think just saying like this is the scheme and learn this playbook and throw it out there. I mean, that sometimes will work, but sometimes it wouldn't. And I think our job as coaches is to make sure we're evaluating our players. What do they do best? What do they do well? And put them in those positions as much as possible.
We'll go second row on the right to Olin.
Hi, Coach. How are you able to take what was at first kind of a porous Ole Miss defense and turn it into a pretty good one? And do you have to follow this same blueprint at A&M, or do you take a different approach with what you have inherited here?
I think wherever you are, any job, all that, it's really about, especially in this day and age, it's about creating buy-in. It's about a group of coaches and a group of players all coming together for one common goal and learn how to be part of something bigger than just themselves, which is a hard thing nowadays. And so that's what it is. I mean, that's what I love about the game of football. I love about coaching is it's one of those opportunities where I think there's very few anymore where you can really teach team concept and teach guys, hey, my actions, my words, the things I choose to do affect more than just me, and so really getting guys to be there for one another and buy into that. And the quicker you're able to do that with coaches and players all alike, obviously the more success you'll have.
Coach, we'll go to the sixth row on the right, Ben.
Coach, what are some of the things that have jumped out to you working with these guys, just seeing them in person from what you knew about them on film, and then I guess the group coming in the fall as well?
Yeah, I love our daily approach and attitude to what we're doing. Our guys really grasp learning, some new terminology and calls and all that. They've done a good job handling all that, and I think it's the day-to-day of coming to practice ready to go, and maybe it's something that carries over from before, maybe it's something new, but there's buy-in right now, and they're working really hard at it. And so again, anytime you have that, I think you have a really good chance to be successful. We have a talented team, and so we get guys on the same page, I think we'll be good.
We'll go front row on the left, and we'll go to Brent.
Coach, in some of your past stops, your defenses have been very aggressive. You were obviously aggressive against A&M last fall. Taking a look at this secondary, do you feel like you can bring maybe blitz more with the caliber of the guys you've got in the back end?
The guys who are in the back end, I think we're really talented there. I think they do a good job. They embrace playing aggressive, and I think part of playing defense is you got to be aggressive, but I also, again, I think that's a week-to-week and game plan thing. What's good, what'll work, what's been effective versus the team you're playing. And so I think all those things you leave open-ended, and to me, every week you make the best decisions. All right, this is what gives us our best chance to be successful in this game.
Go to front row, Brent.
If I recall, going back about 7 years ago, you almost came here under a different regime. Was there disappointment that you did not end up here, and then when you did get here, say, hey, I'm finally here? Was there anything along those lines?
When you're in coaching long enough, I mean, there's all kinds of things and possibilities and maybes and everything else. To me, you'll just worry about things all happen for a reason. You are where you are, and that's that's usually how it goes. I think it's a good way to live, a good way to be, especially in this profession. And so, I'm thrilled to be here. My family is as well. I think College Station is such a cool place. There's a great tradition here with this university and this football program, and I'm just very happy Coach Fisher was able to offer me a position to come here. I'm thankful for that, and I love working with these guys every day.
And when Coach Fisher brought you aboard, I think he had told us, okay, things aren't going to really change much on defense, and then he described you as a four-down guy with the ability to adapt. Would you describe that as accurate as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to do what fits us best. And again, like I said, you look at where we've been at different stops. We've been a lot of 4 down, or a lot of 3 down, or a lot of whatever it is based on who our guys are. And so that will continue here for sure.
All right, we got time for a couple more. We'll go Tyler, Cole, and Cease. 3rd row.
Coach, how much does it help your job when you have guys like Antonio Johnson, Damani Richardson as just veteran leaders for this defense?
Leadership is such a critical component. Leadership's a word that is it's hard to define. It's hard to really just describe to someone what that means, what it is. But you know it when you see it. It's one of those things. And I think any team that's going to win at a high level and compete for a championship better have great leadership. And usually you can trace it back to that. So leadership development is something I really believe in, something we spend a lot of time on, more than just X and O's. Defensively, we spend a lot of time on that. And so having veteran guys and the guys you mentioned as well as some others certainly helps. When you have guys that have been around it and understand some things, I think their ability to lead, becomes much better for them because of those experiences, right? We're all products of our experiences and what we've learned, and so you have guys that have been around it, played a lot. They have some experiences where they can speak on to a younger guy and hopefully get them going in the right direction.
We'll go front row on the right, and then Cease will wrap us up.
DJ, when you look at a defense right now and you're trying to get blitz packages going, and one thing that's really important is speed. To have a guy like Edgerrin Cooper, who is basically a safety that can hit like a linebacker in that middle of the field, what does that do for your blitz packaging?
Yeah, position speed is that's always been important in football. I think it's more important now than ever, but the way the game is going, it's so much more spread, and offense is trying to create a lot of one-on-one situations for guys, get the ball to your playmakers in space. And so, now more than ever, you better have position speed. Coop certainly has that, and we're working on all the technique and fundamentals. When you take a great athlete like him, that's he's so willing. He'll strike, he'll play. He wants to be great, and you start now really refining his technique and fundamentals. That to me is how you get an elite player, and he's on course for that.
All right, 2nd row on the left, Cease.
Coach, you use the word us when you're talking about your defensive staff, but really you're really the only new guy. So I'm just, how's that transition gone? And could you have brought somebody in, or did you like it the way it was? Just wondered about the transition.
Our defensive staff is tremendous. I mean, we really have talented coaches, and probably more important than that, we have great people. That transition has been awesome, and to be honest with you, that's always something there's a little maybe thought or trepidation about that coming into it, and these guys have been great. They really have. I think at all levels with our defensive line, Coach Robinson, Coach Price, I can't imagine a better coach group. Those two guys, and they work so well together too. There's no sometimes you get places where it's like territorial and all that. It's not that at all. These guys work really well together. Coach Santucci is tremendous. I mean, he's a top-notch coach in the country in terms of his knowledge of defense and his relationship with the players and how he recruits and just does everything. And then Coach Rushing has been awesome for me to get to work with him. I'm more in the back end now with him, and he's great. He's as sharp as they come, and these guys have a great investment here in this program, and have obviously been here longer, and investment with these players. And so it's really cool to see, and you can tell the relationship that they've done a great job, because when you walk in the room, you can tell the interaction relationship they have with the players that are here. They've been around them for a while, so everyone knows each other and knows the real person, and that part has been very helpful for me.
I appreciate the time, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you.